Well, Creatrius said I should stream again, so, yeah. I'm streaming again. Yay. Anyways. So, yeah. Okay, this is how I'm gonna view chat, by the way. My phone. So, yeah. Oh, God.
Popeyes is getting saucy.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
Welcome. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to cover 8 of the most disturbing and obscure video game endings that I could find on the internet. I'm not going to waste any time, let's get straight to the point. For this video, I literally made a script with like 40 somewhat obscure video game endings, and carefully picked apart the most disturbing and dreadful ones out of all of them. So we're gonna be getting into some pretty dark business in this video. Like, yeah, researching this video was fun, but it was also pretty depressing, I'm not gonna lie. And for that, you should subscribe. Or like, subscribe at the end of the video if you liked it. Like, you're probably not subbed to my channel. Just do it, it's free. Anyways, I picked some video game endings that hopefully aren't super mainstream. Hopefully you guys learned something new today. Get a snack, get a drink, relax, and let's get into it. Mogeko Castle is a Japanese horror video game created by the Deep Sea Prisoner in 2012 using RPG Maker 2000. Just for some context, the game opens up with this screen, and the creepy voice narrating this doesn't make it any better.
このゲームには、暴力シーンや、グロテスクな表現が、ちょっとだけ含まれています。ご注意ください。
Yeah. The story follows Yonaka, a high school student who, after falling asleep on a subway train, arrives at a completely unknown and seemingly non-existent station on the line. With no other choice but to disembark and explore the area, she discovers a mysterious castle where her misadventure begins. Our mission throughout the game is to guide Yonaka through the castle's various quarters in an attempt to escape and return home. Yonaka must constantly evade the sinister Mogekos while advancing, though she can also interact with more harmless ones along the way. The game maintains an atmosphere of violence and gore, with the bloodshed intensifying as players progress through the castle's multiple floors. As the game advances, players will witness various endings, both positive and negative. The game delivers a pretty disturbing experience, featuring an effective soundtrack, moments of tension and suspense, plenty of chase sequences, and a compelling narrative. There are a total of 10 possible endings, but here we will focus on the so-called meat party ending. After being imprisoned and later escaping the cell with the help of the defective Mogeko, Yonaka finds herself in a room filled with crazed Mogekos trapped in cages. There is a button that opens the cell containing the frenzied Mogekos. If the player, despite multiple warnings from the game itself, decide to press the button, the Mogekos will be set free. In a graphic and highly descriptive sequence, the game depicts how the crazed Mogekos brutally devour both Jonaka and the defective Mogeko alive. This ending punishes the protagonist with one of the most grotesque deaths possible, emphasizing the consequences of the player's morbid curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that game.
Shamble about a thing that could never have been known as human, a thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity becomes.
I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a point-and-click game released in 1995 based on the short story of
Yeah, that's cool. Oh wow.
the same name by Harlan Ellison. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where a malevolent artificial intelligence named Anne has wiped out humanity, leaving only 5 individuals alive. These 5 are kept in a nightmarish existence where Anne subjects them to eternal torture, fueled by its intense hatred for the human race. Am, using its near-omnipotent abilities, manipulates reality to trap and torment them, forcing the characters into deeply personal psychological trials designed to break their spirits. The gameplay revolves around solving puzzles and overcoming these psychological challenges, testing the characters' morality and mental resilience. The game offers 7 possible endings depending on the player's choices through the trials. The best ending is achieved when 4 of the 5 protagonists sacrifice themselves, leaving only one survivor who successfully destroys Anne, ending its reign of terror. However, failing to achieve this results in the game's most disturbing outcome. In the worst ending, the player's failure enrages Anne, leading it to exact its most horrific punishment. The last remaining protagonist is transformed into a grotesque, formless mass, a gelatinous being stripped of physical autonomy, speech, and humanity. Unable to do anything but think and feel endless pain, the character is left in a state of eternal torment, completely isolated and incapable of expressing their agony. This fate mirrors the haunting title of the game, as the protagonist reflects, "I have no mouth and I must scream." The disturbing nature of this ending lies in its psychological horror, the absolute loss of self-agency and hope. Even decades after its release, this fate continues to unsettle modern gamers with its portrayal of eternal suffering that transcends physical pain, making it one of the most haunting finales in video game history in my opinion.
Huh?
Okay, now we're gonna talk about a wrestling game. Super Fire Pro Wrestling Special places the player in the role of a fictional professional wrestler, aiming to rise through a series of challenging opponents, defeating them in one-on-one matches to ultimately become the champion.
Okay. You're sleeping down here? Oh, looks like I'm going upstairs. Hey, Dad. What's up?